Michigan fans, Michigan women's hockey is live and on the air. We are live from Yost Ice Arena, where it is your Michigan women's hockey team playing the second game of the home versus Concordia Cardinals. As Concordia Cardinals actually won yesterday's game 3-0. We'll talk about that, but we do have.
You act so surprised.
Indeed.
And disappointed.
Well, it was Michigan played well. They had a lot of shots on goal, but it did not go their way. Lennon played a heck of a game. Concordia played inspired, and honestly, there's a lot of Concordia teams, Concordia and Arbor teams, that are playing inspired right now because they have 3 months left before those go away. Concordia Ann Arbor basketball team beat Concordia Wisconsin Friday night on a three-pointer and stormed the court. They were so excited.
Yeah.
The Concordia broadcast team were so excited to show that to me last night that
well, they looked like they were inspired by something.
Absolutely.
They sure were sandbagging in warm-ups. I thought, wow, they're not passing hard. They don't even shoot hard on their goalie.
Yeah.
And they did not play that way.
No, they played energy out and very, very tough, very hard. So let's talk about that. As Michigan is now 9-8-3 with that loss. Taking a look at that game, it was the shots on goal here officially 33 for Michigan, 21 for Concordia. I don't know if that matched up with what you had.
I had 46-21 type thing.
Gotcha.
That's close enough.
Michigan had 3 power plays. Well, Concordia had 3 infractions. One that resulted in a 5-on-3 that Michigan just couldn't convert. As Michigan did not take a penalty in yesterday's game, so we'll see what happens in today. Started off with the goal in the first at 4:39. Steinmetz had her 7th of the season from Croft and Orcus. Croft's 5th and Orcus's 5th assist. Then at 11:48, Collins had her 5th of the season from Dodgson. She had her 7th assist. In the second at 7:18, it was Collins with her 6th of the season from Dodgson, her 8th assist, and Steinmetz her 5th assist. Penalties at 8:18, Steinmetz took a tripping call in the second, and then at 9:01, Shore took a tripping call, but Michigan unable to convert. And then at 17:12, Dodgson took a tripping call. Schiff takes the loss. She played well, but stopped 18 shots out of 21. And then Lennon, who is going to start again today, faced 33 shots and saved all 33 of those shots. Any kind of final thoughts about yesterday's game before we turn the page?
Yeah, we've got to take all those shots that are missing the net and put them on net.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have asked, how do you beat a hot goaltender? We just got to get traffic, and coaches have talked to the team, tried to get the positive energy, and just forget about it and move on. We've got to for rankings. We have to take care of this game today for sure.
And again, it's not going to get any easier after this versus Adrian home and home, and then versus the top 10 team in Niagara. Points are few and far between, and a big answer back from yesterday would be huge for the rankings. Otherwise, this team might have to do some work in the CCWHA playoffs to make nationals.
And you don't want to have to do that. I can't remember the last time where there was a win, an upset in the leagues that got you an automatic buy into the Nationals. It's been a long time. So
no, I don't. Not since I've been broadcasting. I think it's always been the favorites who have kind of taken that. And Adrian really, for the last gosh knows how long, has been winning the.
This team knows that, in the last 5 games, we've barely had over a goal a game. So we're in a terrible scoring slump. They know that they've got to put pucks on net. It's just a matter of doing it, whether it's in an uncomfortable position or not, just putting everything on net. I mean, our goals for the season is just under 3, and our goals against is 2.75. So that's a little tight. But you can't expect any goalie to win games when you're only getting a goal a game.
So yeah, last 5, 1 goal a game for Michigan, and almost 5 for the opponents, and that's not going to be a winning strategy. And it was tough with a lot of your first line players gone in Italy, but now back, it got a lot of other players opportunity to get on the ice, and hopefully everything can come back and put everything together and have a great game here versus a Concordia team that's really going to want to try and get another win underneath their belt for pride. For they got nothing. They're playing loose. They got nothing left. The program's going away, and they played with a lot of heart last night. And
yeah, it was
I gotta give them a lot of credit.
Effort. Yeah, I mean, Maria's done a heck of a job. They played hard. They stuck with us, and I kept thinking, and I even mentioned, I'm sure that I thought our depth would start to show. I never saw a situation where they looked terribly gassed, and our depth was showing. So, but on the other side, this is a perfect time to turn it around and have an 8-game run here.
Yeah,
it's an 7-8 game run, and just really turn it on and show them where we are, why we got to where we are. So
absolutely,
we're at home. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
light shining through the windows at Yost. I mean, people coming in. We got Stormy here. Lots of good seats.
Oh yeah. The Wolverine Trooper Blasty is.
Is it Blasty?
Yeah, I think that's what's on the back of his Michigan women's hockey jersey. I believe it's Blasty.
Okay, I thought it was Stormy. No, it's better Blasty. Stormy's a little controversial.
So that works well for him. The top 5 scores for Michigan hasn't changed. Lindahl with 23 points, Hansen with 21, Malashevsky with 12. Carr with 11, and Katie German and Ferris knotted up at 10 apiece. And then I do want to give a lot of credit. We always do the top 5 scores. I want to give a lot of credit to the defense too, because there's not a lot of statistics you can throw out there a lot of the times.
No glamour in defense.
But it is hugely important. We have a lot of great blue liners who play their guts out.
That's what I always coached, and that's the group that is favorite to me. And it's good to have KG back tonight. Hopefully she can inspire and lead, and we just settle in and have some positive energy and take it to them.
Absolutely. Concordia now 6-12 on the season. Their top 5. Dodgson stays up at the top with 15 points, 7 goals, and 8 assists.
She played the whole game.
She played pretty much the whole game. Steinmetz was out there a whole lot. 12 points on 7 goals and 5 assists. Collins with 2 goals there now has 9 points on 6 goals, 3 assists. Shore played a really good game, 4 goals and 5 assists. And then at the 5th spot is Croft with 8 points on 3 goals and 5 assists. So they are good. Lennon continues to impress. She had her goals against average 3.56, but that's not something that you would how she
didn't
played.
Play like that last night.
Yeah, and she has a 918 save percent. So she has a really good save percentage out there. I think she's just probably seen a heck of a lot of shots. And, that makes it difficult. Let's take a look. If you want to pull up the next 5 games, let's talk about what's coming up here. As again, we have the game today happening in just a few moments. On February 1st, it will be at Adrian. We're going to try and do an audio broadcast, but we can't guarantee we're not allowed to do a video broadcast there anymore since last season.
And I apologize, I won't be at those games that weekend.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
February 2nd, Adrian will be here, despite the fact that I misspelled their name. I'm not dyslexic at all. That's going to be a 4:05 game.
A drain.
Well, it is something that I have
Playing
heard of.
them is a drain.
I have heard a few people who go to Adrian actually call Adrian, the drain. So yeah, I don't live there. I can't say anything about it. But Sunday at 4:05, that was completely not on purpose. And then we're off versus again top 10 team Niagara. That's going to be on February 8th and February 9th, Saturday and Sunday, 6 o'clock on Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday. So you can watch the broadcast and then watch that big football game to end the NFL season that we're not allowed to use the name of. I don't need to be sued. Oh, that's why all the advertisements, they say the big game and all. Unless you get rights, you cannot say the name of that final game.
Even if you spell it wrong?
Well, maybe at that point. Maybe at that point.
You mean, so you can't say poop? You can say pooper bowl? Is that the word that you can't say?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God, I had no idea. That's
Yeah.
funny.
My telecom classes, they've taken me far.
Okay, so Supper Bowl.
So coming out, skating out Benoit to the blue line for Concordia. Steinmetz, you opened up the scoring yesterday for Concordia. Skates out to the blue line. Croft playing at center for Concordia. She skates out to the blue line. Watkins comes out starting for the Cardinals. Orkis, the other blue liner. And again, Lennon between the pipes. He played a doozy of a game yesterday. We're going to really want to get a goal behind her as quick as possible to try and break that.
Tribs is all about quick starts, so let's see what we can do.
It's Hung starting for the Maize in Blue at one of the wings. Swanson at the other wing skating out to a blue line for Michigan.
Switching up the forward lines a little bit tonight.
As Gordon playing center. Yeah, there is a few line switches out there. As Crichton comes out. And Gustafson, the other blue liner. And Schiff playing between the pipes for Michigan today. Yeah, so Swanson, Gordon, and Hung together. Then Hansen, Cummings, and Flazar. Carr, Garbady, and Dillon, and National Anthem coming up here. And it is a really nice, nothing against the Arctic Edge of Canton. It's a fine facility, but every time we do an away game, I'm not going to complain. I've been in a lot of different rinks, but it is a privilege to come back and broadcast and have the team play at this facility. It is always amazing to go away and come back and be here.
There's a real soul, a hockey soul, and history here, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So happy to be back at Yost and hoping that it can bring good times here for the Maize and Blue. The Cardinals want to put together another win and try and finish off the season as positive as possible.
Mark, I still can't get over the fact I can't say a word like super. Does that include color commentators? That's unbelievable.
Yeah, you can't say the name of that game. Yeah,
too many lawyers.
Yeah, well, if you watch a lot of TV, some of them that are specifically sponsored by the FLCA, but anyone else will call it the big game.
Really?
Yeah. There's that telecom degree that I do a lot with.
Wow.
Gordon in to take the face-off versus Croft.
Jesus. I can go to bed now. I've learned something today.
Well, the Warriors make their money. Coming in, that fire back deep by Orcas, back in the Michigan zone. Gustafson chases it back behind her own goal, firing it down the far boards. That'll slip back into the Concordia zone. Orcas trying to get it. Gordon right on top of her. That deflected off of Swanson, and...
Oh, hand pass.
Hand pass.
That's kind of off the glass deflection. It's all right. We'll take it in this end and get a quick shot. Oh, no, I guess we'll take it out.
So they're going to play
the other end.
Down into the Michigan zone on the hand pass.
In the offensive zone. Jeez. These guys are following the book.
So Michigan will have to go the length of the ice. Face-off is going to be to shifts left. Gordon again trying to get that from Benoit. Sent back to the far point. Concordia has it there, trying to knock it away. That comes into the near corner as trying to poke that away. Kieran has it. Now outside, that fired, and good job by Gustafson to knock it away as that was going right in front of the goal. Back, Gordon trying to get it outside the far circle. Steinmetz trying to pull that away. Now grab back, centering attempt knocked away, pulled into the neutral zone. Here comes Hung over center ice. Hung trying to get it, and again surrounded by three players as Concordia quick to the puck.
Yeah, that would have been just a good dump on net there.
Battle for it in the far corner, trying to peel that away. As Concordia trying to move it ahead, as that was Benoit. Now coming in is just back to Kolwich outside the near circle. Kolwich into the near corner as that's fired all the way down the ice.
That's another one. I would have just liked a little backhand flop at the net because you don't know where it's going. The goalie sure doesn't.
Ferris feeds it, ricochets it off the far board, picking up his Shore, trying to work the other direction with it. Dodgson trying to pick it up at center ice. Tipped by Bobby, rolls on edge. Back to Dodgson. Goes through about 5 players right on the Concordia blue line before being tipped deep into the Michigan zone.
Interesting to see how this line works.
Ferris trying to knock it away. Dodgson had it now in along the near boards. That brought ahead is Bobby trying to poke that away. Now sent ahead. But that will go right back to the blue line and fired ahead by McLaughlin. Into the near corner. Kolwich feeds it all the way around. Dodgson outside the far circle trying to pick it up. Malszewski trying to pull that away. Shore back behind, but a good job by Kolwich to knock that away. Right into the near corner. Kolwich has it. Kolwich going from the near side to the far side. Underneath the far circle. Wouldn't settle down. Dodgson with it outside the far circle. Dodgson comes to the high slot. Fires it top of the near circle as McCarthy with the shot. That got blocked out in front. Lots of good traffic out there. Malszewski feeds it ahead. And puck loose now.
There we
go.
Oh,
just
right
Bobby. Yeah, just went over his stick, picked up. Coming down with it. Kaczmarek has it into the zone. Kaczmarek outside the near circle. Kaczmarek going back behind the Michigan goal.
Right. Oh, my God.
Firing it out, and that went right through the crease.
She had 2 people wide open in front to feed
Fouché
it to.
was right there, and it wouldn't settle down for her. Picked up.
Yeah, we got fortunate there.
Puck into the neutral zone. Kaczmarek gets it. Right in front of the penalty boxes, trying to whip it deep into the Michigan end. Kolwich with it there. Kolwich gets it over on the far boards.
Nice
now here
pass.
comes Cummings. Beautiful pass to Cummings.
Here,
Cummings gains the zone.
Good.
She
Good. Look
fires
at that
it.
rebound. Ooh.
Now Hansen trying to get to it. That puck comes back to the near point. Good job to hold it in by Flazar. Outside the near circle, battle for it. That comes all the way down on edge, all the way back into the Michigan zone. Katie German will pick it up back behind the net. She's coming down the far boards, makes a good move. Katie German over on blue line. Katie German, and as that gets right a little away from her, fired the other direction by Hubbard.
Somebody's got to cover for her when she does that.
Steinmetz comes in as that's fired right back into the neutral zone. Hubbard with it there. Hubbard trying to fire it ahead. Now Izzy German, and Hansen didn't see it, but over to Garbady. Here comes Garbady. Garbady goes outside the far circle coming in. Garbady, backhanded shot, and just tipped away by the defense.
Drove the net, but didn't get a shot.
All the way back to the Michigan blue line is Croft providing heavy pressure. As again, this Concordia team flowing to the puck big time.
Okay, now somebody go to the net hard. There you go.
Far circle for Michigan.
That's a
Shot
shot.
there, stopped by Lennon. Loose. Carr trying to get to it, right back behind the goal.
Oh,
out in
that's
front,
another
Garbady
one.
trying to get to it. That knocked away. Still loose behind the goal.
She's good.
Now
low.
we're
Yes!
tipped and they score.
Yes!
That put in by Dilla.
That's her first.
As Dilla gets her first goal of the as a Wolverine.
That'll help. That's going to fire him up. We've been waiting for her to get one. She's a real spark plug. Good for her. That was a lot of poking at loose pucks down low, and that was a wraparound.
So tried the near side and then coming around the far side, and just at that point, Lennon didn't see it go behind her. She was looking for it to her left, and beautiful wraparound opportunity for Dilla. And congratulations to her on her first goal as a Wolverine.
Yeah, that's thrilling. Good for her. Her brings a lot of energy.
1-0 Michigan with the lead here. And we apologize again. We're working on getting our OCR scoreboard working again, but we do have the main scoreboard in the upper left-hand corner, a little picture-in-picture there to try and get you that clock. Coming down the near boards. Here comes Michigan as that's chipped ahead by Dilla. Down the near boards. Carr trying to pull it off of the near boards. Now fired all the way across. Tipped by Gordon, keeping it in. Now Collins trying to get it out of the zone. That held in by Hung into the far corner. Dodson there trying to knock it away. Dodson in along the end boards. Puck into the near corner. Radziszewski trying to get it out of the zone. Held in there by Kolwich. Kolwich trying to fire it down the near boards. Now Gordon trying to put it back deep. Radziszewski trying to knock it away. Puck still outside the near circle. Hung trying to pull that back. Now tipped by Shore, coming head with it. Here comes Dodson. Dodson over center. Dodson, good poke check back over there. Now, that was a great job by Ferris. Picked up down the near boards. Here comes Coops
Got
into
numbers,
the near
guys.
corner. Coops knocked away by Gordon. Now Kolwich trying to pull it away. Back behind the
Coming
goal.
late. Coming
Shore
late.
has it, or excuse me, that was McCarthy all the way back in along the near boards. Watkins with it there. Watkins fires it across. That's gathered up. Here comes the Wolverines. Bringing it ahead is Swanson down the far board. Swanson trying to feed it into the Concordia zone. She works her way through traffic. Loose. Hung has it top of the far circle with a shot and a save. Glove save by Lennon. 1-0 Michigan is that's.
You know, if you're going to ask a player to get a first goal, maybe short of Izzy German, that's the one to fire us up.
Absolutely. Face off in the far face off circle. Love to see one of the players get their first goals. And puck back to the far point. Battle for it outside the far circle. Katie German trying to put it back deep. Orcus back behind her own goal. Now that comes back. Katie German up. Just slips past back into the neutral zone. Over to Izzy German back in her own zone. Now she fires it down the near boards. Bobby trying to get it ahead to Lindahl. Bobby trying to pull it that loose. Now Lindahl holds it in at the near point. Back top of the near circle. And puck goes back into the near corner. Watkins trying to get it out of the zone. As that puck along the near boards now fired ahead by Coops. That'll go down the near boards into the Michigan zone. Katie German has it there. Katie German back behind her own goal. Katie German coming down the far boards trying to avoid Croft. Katie German over center ice. Katie German coming in the zone.
Nice
Drop pass over to
Nice
Lindahl.
pass.
Lindahl trying to get to it. Katie German with a shot.
Nice drop back.
Boy, what a good give and go, and just a good save by Lennon. Again, Katie German fires it across. That sticked away by Lennon. Puck outside the near circle. Bobby trying to move it past. And puck Steinmetz feeds it ahead. And loose, and that is back over, gathered up. Katie German fires it down. And this team already playing a bit more better and aggressive yesterday. Good to have the captain back on the ice, one of the two captains.
Yeah.
Here comes Hansen the other direction. She's an alternate captain. Hansen on the near circle. Hansen fires it right out in front. And Flazar just couldn't get a stick on it.
I don't think she saw it coming across. That was a beautiful open net.
Croft gets it off of the far boards, and that right into the linesman's skate. And that costs us an offside.
Wow,
that was
interesting.
a tough on everybody. No one like that.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Michigan trying to
Nice
get it out of the zone.
By Lucy sending that across. I hadn't realized all these years. She doesn't spell her name the right way, but that's a famous hockey name, you know?
Yeah.
Lucy Hansen, it's one of the Hansen sisters.
Yeah, the trio of the Hansen brothers there.
Yeah, right, from the old Iron League.
And it deflects down the near boards, trying to get to it. Here comes Cummings. Cummings trying to pull that, but Short gets it going the other direction. Short Over to Dodson down the far side of the ice.
Oh,
Dodson
don't
makes
give her
a move.
room.
Shot. Glove save by Schiff.
Good for Avery. That's her first save. So this is what I expected last night. 7-1 on shots.
12:10 left to go here. 1-0 Michigan with the lead. Collins in to take the face-off. And in the far face-off circle, Garbady taking that back into the far corner. Picked up, now coming ahead with it. Here comes Carr. Carr into the zone. Carr
She's got 4
coming
people.
into the slot. That deflected up as I think one of the defenders just got stick in the way. She was right to let loose in the slot there.
Yep. She saw a spot.
It'll be interesting with her puck handling skills and a couple of the more high energy players, Garbady and Garbady out there with her, and Dilla.
Yeah, she moves it around a bit. She'll get it back. That'll open things up for her. That's the plan.
Puck in along the near boards, trying to fire it ahead is Shore. Shore trying to get it out of the zone. Now moves it over. Here comes McLaughlin. McLaughlin puts it in deep. That puck off of the end board.
Other side.
Ferris trying to get to it. Dodson has it outside the far circle. Set up is, that was a beautiful opportunity.
Nice, right to her one-timer spot.
Collins firing it. She had 2 goals yesterday. Michigan really trying to hope to keep her off the scoreboard today.
Yeah, she put it in the wrong netting.
Indeed. Face off in the far face off circle. They had 2 shifts left. Gordon trying to win that back. The puck in along the far boards. Katie German with it, trying to get it away from Coops. Now Gordon back into the far corner. Gordon trying to move it over. Battle for it as a trio of players trying to poke that away. Comes right back behind the Michigan goal. Trying to fire it out in front. That loose. Trying to grab it, and that covered up by Schiff. No, it's still loose.
Corner.
Swanson trying to battle for it in along the boards as that just sat on the far side of the crease for what seemed like forever.
Yeah.
Swanson still trying to dig in there. Trying to get the crowbar, now pulled off. Katie German with it.
That was kind of a crowbar
Coops
there.
back there trying to pull it away.
Good
Katie
for
German
KG.
down to her knees trying to poke that ahead. Right back into the far corner. Trying to shoot it. That loose coming in off of Izzy German's skate. She'll come down the near boards trying to get it out of the zone before Hubbard can keep it in. Bouncing puck right to center ice. McCarthy, speaking of hockey names, has it at center ice. Coming in.
Got
and
it all by herself. Pick her up.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Top of the far
goodness.
circle. Now Steinmetz spinning with it. Trying to feed it across. Outside the near circle. There's a shot by Benwine. Saved.
Okay, we got to pick it back up. We were carrying play. It's in the wrong end right now.
Speaking of McCarthy, I think those Concordia jerseys are about the same color as Darren McCarthy's hair nowadays.
Yeah.
He's got that beautiful red mohawk he sports.
Yeah. A lot of miles there.
Yeah, won by Malashevsky into the near corner. Tipped around is now Lindahl outside the far circle trying to pull it away. Malashevsky comes in there trying to poke that away from Radziszewski. Now here comes Lindahl. Poked back from her into the slot. Oh, and wouldn't
Merry
settle down
Christmas.
for Collins. She had her eyes big.
Ugly. Oh, yeah.
Thinking that was going to be a huge play. Here comes Gustafson.
Screen, too.
Gustafson fires it all the way back deep into the Concordia zone. Yeah, that was a tough luck bouncing puck there for Concordia. Outside the near circle, Lindahl trying to get to it. Radziszewski has her pinned into the near corner now, trying to help out, still digging. Comes down the near boards. Here comes Concordia. Croft has it over the blue line. Croft banks it off the far board. Ferris has it at her own blue line. She feeds it ahead. Knocked down right to center ice. Now coming in with it. Here comes Michigan. Lindahl. Malashevsky gains his own. Malashevsky feeding it right out in
right
front.
there.
That sticked over. Hansen trying to get to it. Hansen in the far corner. Now Lindahl with it. That pull back. Hansen to the far point. She brings it back to the neutral zone. Trying to get a couple of those Concordia players to chase so they have a little bit more room in the offensive end. And it's sent right back into the Michigan zone. Ferris has it down the near boards. Ferris ahead. Here comes Cummings.
She likes to
onto
rip
near
it.
circle. That tipped away. Good defense by Shore. So otherwise, that looked like that was going to be a whale of a shot by Cummings. Down the near boards. Here comes Shore. Shore feeds it down the far boards. Coming ahead with it. Watkins. Watkins makes the move. Gains the zone. Watkins still with it. Onto the near circle. And that covered up. Watkins working through traffic there.
That's what I'm talking about. Those little backhands. You never know.
Absolutely.
Then they get a draw or a possible rebound. Let's try it at the other end.
8:49 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Michigan with the lead. Dodgson in to take the face-off versus Cummings. That comes back to the near point. Orkis firing it out in front. That got deflected.
Nice tip.
But a beautiful job knocking that away by Katie German. As that back into the neutral zone, but fired right back in. That puck is going to be just shy of the net as Schiff moves it over to Izzy German. She feeds it down the far boards. Flazar trying to make a move and get away from a couple players. But again, Concordia right on top with a shot. Watkins, Schiff trying to cover it up.
Have to be careful with our breakout. We're lobbing it gently, and they're having a defenseman pinch and jump in. Oh, we do every play.
We do.
Oh, what a luxury.
Absolutely. We just missed it. It just
I just missed it.
It just showed
quicker.
Yep. That fired around. Back onto the far circle. Concordia still with it. They've really made it difficult to get out of the zone. Yeah. Coming ahead with it. But that means someone should be open skating down, right?
That's right.
Here comes Garbady into the slot. Garbady trying to get through. Traffic in front. As that puck covered up.
I like that aggressive play. Take it to the net. Good things happen.
It almost looked like we were going to put a player in the net as well there, but lots of sliding bodies and good job to cover it up by Lennon. Face off in the near face off circle. Garbadian to take the face off. Dilla to her right. Carr to her left. Puck into the near corner. Dilla trying to pull that away. Now Garbady back behind the goal. Underneath the far circle, Garbady all the way back to the far point to Gustafson. One-timer there, just goes wide. Here comes Carr trying to get a shot. That's loose out in front, and just around the far side of the net. Good job to knock that away by Concordia's defense. Kaczmarek has it pinned against the boards. That's sent all the way back to Gustafson at the far point. Gustafson with the shot.
Nice tip.
That out in front. There's a shot, another save, another
it's still alive. It's still alive.
Loose underneath one of the defenders to the
now
near
they
side.
got it under her.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh. Have you heard a whistle?
I have not. I think it was so what happened is Lennon went down and it squirted out to her left, and then finally Steinmetz was able to get it back underneath as it's right there open, comes to the near side, whacking away at it.
Right there.
Yeah, it's underneath the defender.
Right
now
there.
Steinmetz gets it right back over to Lennon. And then one of the Michigan players takes a little shove and ends up down on the backside.
I would count that for 3 shots. That's a good sign.
Absolutely. There's a shot that just goes wide by Swanson. Gathered up by Ferris outside the far circle. She takes a shot off the side of the net. Gathered up by Collins in the far corner.
I love to see these shots from anywhere. And you see it's got the goalie down and tired and going crazy.
Back behind, that knocked away. Kaczmarek has it into the near corner outside the near circle. Kolwich trying to come over to keep it in. Kolwich battling into the near corner with it.
Somebody got to drop back. There we go.
Shore in there trying to poke that away. Comes all
Good
the way
job
back
for
to the
Ava.
near point. Hung with a shot that just
tip.
goes wide. Yeah, Swanson out in front trying to get a stick on the puck. That comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Michigan has to clear the zone. That fired in by Kolwich. Bouncing puck. Kaczmarek has it down the near boards. Kaczmarek all the way back, trying a long feed to Dodgson. Didn't quite work, but Dodgson trying to bring it in now. Swanson comes up that far boards, picked up. Sent right back to the Michigan defense. Kolwich sends it down the near boards. That's tipped back there by Hubert.
Good chance for a change.
Hubbard into the far corner.
Here we go.
Trying to knock it away is Lindahl. There's a couple players. Dodgson pulls her off the puck. Now that loose. Picked up. Malashevsky into the near corner. Strong play by her. Trying to get it to Bobby, and that slips just a little through. Back to the near point. Izzy German trying to feed it across. Here comes racing Concordia. Dodgson in, top of the near circle.
Nice
Great
play,
job to
Izzy.
knock it away. Izzy German, really.
Dodgson can really dangle, so that was a great play.
Beautiful poke shot getting her stick out there. Back into the near corner. Izzy German picking it up there. And fed ahead. Here comes Bobby. Bobby, her pass tipped. Now trying to come ahead, Katie German. Now that's sent down along the near boards just off of Bobby's stick. Popped a little too far out. Now coming down. Fouché sends it back to the blue line. Hubbard feeds it back deep into the Michigan end. Held there.
Trouble. Okay.
Katie German feeds it around, picked up by Lindahl down the far boards. Lindahl gets it back into the neutral zone, but that quickly stolen away back there by Fouché. Lindahl gets it back, comes into the zone. Lindahl outside of the far circle. Lindahl fires it over, trying to get it to Malashevsky.
Too close together.
Poked away, but here comes Coops. Coops coming down over center ice. Coops gains the zone. High slot. Coops onto the near circle. Good job to knock that away by Kieran. Puck back to the far point. Now Benoit trying to get it outside the far circle. Benoit battling Katie German. Benoit fires it right out in front. Tipped away. Good job to knock it away, Hansen. And that puck onto the near circle. All the way back into the neutral zone. That fired back by Concordia. Radzisuski has it on the far circle of her own zone with 4:52 left to go here in the first. 1-0. Michigan with the lead. Steinmetz fires it back deep. Gustafson picks it up in the far corner, back behind her own goal. Gustafson coming down the near boards, that knocked away. Good active sticks, that backhanded save by Schiff, and another save by Schiff. As Steinmetz with 2 point-blank shots, and Schiff somehow able to knock that away.
Thank
Lazar
your goalie.
outside
Thank
the
your
far
goalie.
circle. Boy, Concordia is really good at getting in the way of our outlet passes, trying to get it out of the zone. They seem to have a player right there every time as Kaczmarek jumping that pass, and it comes right back into the Concordia
Well,
zone.
we're telegraphing a little bit, and we're not putting a lot of salt and pepper on the passes out, that's for sure.
Kolwich trying to bring it in. Kolwich has it, top of the near circle. Kolwich trying to feed it to Dilla, that loose. Dilla backhands it out in front. That covered up by Lennon. Again, Cummings ends up hitting the ice there. Again, Dilla, good backhanded attempt right out in front. Couple Michigan players there looking for the rebound, but Lennon would not oblige.
She's not happy with one. She wants more.
Absolutely.
Good for her.
Well, we'd love to see it.
Yep.
4:03 left to go here. 1-0 Michigan with the lead in the first. That puck back behind the goal. Collins with it there. Collins trying to feed it all the way down the ice as Dodson chasing it.
Okay, got to watch that trailer.
That is going to be icing waved off, picked up down the near boards. And trying to feed it ahead. That tipped by Dilla. Dilla racing back, trying to get to it. As Watkins has it back behind her own goal. Watkins trying to feed it out in front. That gathered up. Fed ahead by Collins. Now here comes Shore. Shore down the far boards. Shore comes in, gains his own high slot. Shore with a rising shot that just goes over the crossbar. Kolwich down the far boards. Here comes Carr. Carr trying to flip it ahead. Fired the other direction back over there by Orkis, back into the Michigan defensive zone. Now moved ahead. Kolwich gets it over to Carr. Carr feeds it right back behind the goal into the far corner. Hung trying to pick it up there. Hung back behind the goal. Hung into the near corner with it. Hung feeds it all around over to Katie German outside the far circle. Katie German sends it right back behind the goal over to Garbady. Loose on the far circle, coming ahead with it. Here comes Dodson. Dodson over center ice. Dodson gains the zone and offsides as Coops got just a little ahead.
Too much dangle at the blue line. That's a third defenseman for Michigan. Use that defense. Use that blue line as a defenseman.
Yeah, it's hard when the defender makes you make a move and your other offensive player didn't see that. And there you go, offsides. Katie German tries to fire it ahead. Here comes Schaub. Schaub.
Just shoot.
First action in today's game. Schaub outside the far circle. Gordon gets it back to Katie German at the far point. Katie German takes a shot. Trying to deflect it out in front, and good job to deflect, but just wouldn't settle down as Hung was right out in front. We'll love to see her get another one. She had a big goal versus Maryville. Puck into the near corner. Gordon trying to pull that away outside the near circle. Concordia feeds it right to center ice. Michigan intercepts coming down the near boards. Lindahl brings it into the zone.
Herself
Lindahl on the near circle. Lindahl trying to skate around as Michigan was going for a line change. She almost made it through 4 defenders. It's impressive.
It was impressive.
Good job by Concordia to knock it away, but boy, she had some moves. Now that fired ahead by McLaughlin back into the Michigan zone. Down the near boards. Here comes Bobby. Bobby got a feed from Kieran.
He's got people.
On the near circle, Bobby over to Lindahl. That shot. Deflected away. Benoit.
Again, they're blocking a lot of shots.
Benoit, Croft has it, knocked away. Good job by Michigan to poke
that back. Okay, guys, don't be so nice. We want that puck.
Malashevsky trying to get to it, and then back to the blue line. Picked up by Kieran. Down the far boards. Here comes Flazar. Flazar has it top of the far circle. There's a shot off into the far corner. Flazar trying to move it back to Malashevsky. Malashevsky trying to poke it out in front.
There it is.
Trying to get it over to Lindahl, who was sitting out there. Now Benoit feeds it all the way around. Schuyler into the near corner for Concordia. 1 minute, 13 seconds left to go here in the first. 1-0 Michigan with the lead. And puck back into the near corner. Schuyler has it back behind her own goal underneath the far circle. Schuyler off the boards all the way back into the Michigan end of 1 minute left to go.
Wholesale change by Concordia.
Coming down the near boards, Hansen has it at her own blue line. Hansen bringing it ahead. Hansen makes a nifty move as she goes down to the ice.
Yeah, they're going to get one there. We're going to finish the period on the power play.
47.5 seconds left to go. Tripping call. As that's going to put Collins in the box. Collins, who had a brace, little soccer term there, a pair of goals yesterday.
A brace.
A brace. That's what you call 2 goals in football.
Football.
The
Okay.
joy of doing a little AFC Ann Arbor broadcasting.
Life
is
football.
It is. Football is life.
Football is life. There you go. Ned Lasso. I got you.
Love the Ted Lasso. I can watch that show over and over again. Over onto the far circle now, coming ahead. Ferris has it. Ferris feeds it. Onto the far circle shot there.
Open net.
Oh, Sam Carr trying to get it over
missed it.
Lindahl outside the far circle. Lindahl moves it back to Ferris. Ferris quarterbacking. That's over. Oh, boy, Bobby tipped it, and somehow Lennon able to find it. That was an impressive save all the way back. Bobby moving it over and just tipped right out in front. 30.8 seconds left to go. Puck in the far circle. Now Lindahl gets it outside the far circle. Dodson trying to pull it away. Malashevsky in there trying to get it.
Step in. Two
and
people on the puck.
Lifted back to the far point. Now back into the neutral zone. Sent back. Malashevsky has it. Malashevsky coming in. Malashevsky. 15 seconds left.
Got people.
She's trying to feed it
right
away.
there.
Over. Carr with a shot. And point blank. Carr with a big
There's open net. Open net.
Still trying
Two
to get
open
to
nets.
It. Loose.
Now they
6 seconds left to go.
They knocked it off.
The net came off of its moorings. Carr had a beautiful opportunity. Good save by Lennon there. And then
went through to the second person. I know that one's going to leave a
right
mark.
There, loose. Carr gets it back. Backhands it.
There's another one. They hit the pipe.
There's an opportunity, and Bobby gets pushed down a little bit afterwards. 5.2 seconons left to go. Michigan would have to get a big one right off the face-off. Lindahl, just couldn't settle it over to Ferris, and glove save. They got it off in time, but that is the end of the first. So going into the first intermission, it is Michigan 1 and Concordia nothing. That's a direct opposite of it was 2-0 going into the break yesterday, Concordia. So good to have a lead here by Michigan, but Concordia is going to do everything they can to come back. Concordia is playing with, again, a lot of energy, a lot of hustle, they are racing to the puck. You talk about a football team and all 11 players racing to the ball. That's what Concordia is doing on this sheet of ice.
Yeah. Well, you feel comfortable with the shots. We had 20 shots to their 6.
That's impressive.
But only 1 goal.
Yeah.
So, any
some opportunities there. But, boy, you were hoping if you could get one past Lennon, the dam would open. But she proves, again, what a good player she is.
Yeah.
And making it tough on Michigan. So, we'll step actually, let's do this. Let's talk about the top 10. It's something I didn't get to do before. So, taking a look at the top 10. And again, Michigan in the number 10 spot. Top 12 teams go to nationals. So, that's something that
with automatic buys is tenuous.
Yeah, because if you're down there, if someone wins their conference, now you're hoping that most of Liberty's conference, Maryville, Midland, hopefully they'll whoever wins it, hopefully it's going to be one of those top 10 teams. But Independence, things can happen. So Liberty up at number 1, 13 wins, 2 losses. Adrian at number 2, 18 wins, 3 losses, 2 ties. Maryville at the number 3 spot, 15 wins, 9 losses, 2 ties. Midland at number 4, 18 wins, 6 losses. McHenry at number 5, 19 wins, 4 losses. Minot is at 6. They have 15 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws. Indiana Tech is in the number 7 spot, 15 wins, 6 losses, 2 draws. Niagara, who we're going to see not next weekend, but the weekend after that, they're in the number 8 spot, 7 wins, 10 losses, but they've played a lot of difficult competition. Michigan Dearborn in the number 9 spot, 11 wins, 11 losses, and the Wolverines of Ann Arbor, 9-7-3, now 9-8-3. I didn't update that after last night. Forgive me. They are in the number 10 spot. So, we'll look at the top 10, and that becomes much more important as we can see what's coming up shortly thereafter. So, let's step away. We'll play a few messages or we'll play a little bit of the Michigan Marching Band, and we will be back with your second period action. Here at Yost Ice Arena, we are at the first intermission, and it's Michigan 1 and Concordia nothing. Taking a look, it is time for an ACHA scoreboard report. Looking at action yesterday, it was Colorado State beating University of Denver 7-2. That in Fort Collins. Lake Superior State beat Aquinas 9-1. That over in Byron Center. It was Arizona State hosting Midland. Midland beat Arizona State 2-1. It was Miami beating Colorado 4-2. Grand Valley State beat Davenport by a score of 7-0. It was Niagara beating Jamestown 3-1. No score reported again from the Adrian and University of Michigan Dearborn game. And then Maryville and Indiana Tech went to overtime, final in overtime, 1-1. They couldn't solve it in overtime. I want to take a look back. The Michigan Dearborn Adrian game was not reported as of yesterday for yesterday's game. Or Friday's game, excuse me. Let's see if we can. So that one didn't get. Sorry, that was Friday. So taking a look at Saturday's action. Sorry, that got a little turned around on my iPad here. Grand Valley 7-1 over Davenport. Lake Superior again 7-0 over Aquinas. Yeah, okay, that was everything we saw there. All right. So taking a look back at this game, it started off at 15:48 as it was a Michigan goal. Dilla with her first goal as a Wolverine, and excited to get to see that again. Coach Tribbs kind of moved a couple of the lines around, trying to just get a spark, trying to put some of the newer players with some of the experienced players and see what can happen with that. And it's always a little bit certainly with a one goal a game average last 5 games, you got to shake something up and make something happen.
Sparks, baby, sparks. Got to get some chemistry.
Absolutely.
No coffee, no concession stands. We get no respect.
I tell you, I get no respect. I tell you, no respect.
That's right.
Probably the worst Rodney Dangerfield impersonation you will ever hear in your life. Forgive me, Mr. Dangerfield. But, yeah. Well, what can you do? It's okay. They probably had it open during the open skate, but...
I didn't need one then. The place was hot. We had so many people in here. Thank goodness we had
open
2
skate
cuts before the game.
has been crazy, man. If you ever want to learn to skate, come to one of the open skates. There's enough people out here where no one will see you fall. It's a
you can't
mass
fall.
of humanity. Yeah,
it's so packed. It's like sardines in here.
It's really kind of cool that a lot of people taking that Sunday, coming out, skating around.
It's tough to have games afterwards because of the wear and tear on the ice.
They did a good job resurfacing, ran through it a couple times.
Yeah, we got the 2 Zamboni treatment. So we're starting on the power play for 1:13, right?
Yep, Michigan on the power play, 1:13, 20 minutes up on the clock here to start off the second. Malashevsky trying to get it away from Dodgson. That fired ahead, but Lindahl picks it up at her own blue line. Lindahl gets it back, coming down the near boards. She races ahead over center, gains his own. Lindahl trying to work away from Dodgson. That puck outside the near circle. Good job by Ferris to hold it in.
There you go, rip
Top
it.
of the far circle. Ooh. There's a shot by Carr. That had an opportunity. That had pepper on it. Malashevsky back behind, going from the near side to the far side, and that just a little miscommunication. Carr was coming towards the net, and
nice try.
Yeah, absolutely.
You pay him to try that one.
40 seconds left to go here in the power play. Lindahl racing down the far boards. Lindahl gains his own. Bobby to her left. Lindahl on the far circle. Lindahl trying to get back behind the goal as she goes down to the ice. As there's going to be another penalty. We'll have 26 seconds of 5-on-3. So a little less time than we had the last time yesterday.
Let's try to get one here. I know special teams I'm worried more about shots on net and scoring, but special teams would help those stats.
Love to get a big goal here, absolutely. With 26 seconds of a 5-on-3. Shore goes into the box for tripping. That one happened right in front of the official. They couldn't do anything but call that one. As Cummings gets it back to the near point, picked up by Kieran. Kieran putting it back to Cummings, top of the near circle, trying to get it through the slot over to Hansen. Drop pass, back, top of the far circle now. Over Cummings, top of the near circle. Cummings trying to
There.
skate through. Coming over, Garbady with a shot. Lennon with a heck of a save. Garbady, the problem was she got it and she had to spin all the way around.
Nice patience, though.
But she did a good job hanging on to it and getting a good shot away. Puck over to Garbady. Garbady trying to move it into the far
Right
circle. Here comes Hansen. Hansen back behind. Hansen underneath the near circle. All the way back to Kieran. Kieran, top of the far circle. Gets it back. Good job
There.
over.
Oh, there.
That's
Oh,
a
it's
shot
still
by
in
Cummings.
front.
Loose on the near circle. Coming around. That puck, Hansen has it in the far corner. Now Gustafson sends it back. Now it's to a 5-on-4 as that just slipped out of Kieran trying to get to it, and that just out of her reach. Picked up Croft providing pressure back behind. Cummings has it. 1 minute left to go in the 5-on-4 penalty for the Wolverines on the power play. Picked up, coming over. That fired down the near boards. Intercepted by Orcas. Orcas fires it back deep. Then will go back behind the goal. Stopped by Schiff. Gustafson will pick it up there.
Can't telegraph those. Got to be a little hotter.
45 seconds left to go on the power play. Bringing it ahead. Trying to fire it in is Cummings. Knocked right at the blue line. Michigan trying to get it in without a
No sticks.
offside. As that comes right back to the blue line, but gathered up by Dodgson. Dodgson back to the near circle. Hansen trying to really make Dodgson's life difficult as that's a double eights versus a single eight there.
Yeah, the big eights.
Trying to pull it away was Carr. Now that's grabbed by Hansen. Hansen
she's
trying to
getting
fire it out in
rocked.
front. And outside the near circle, back to the near point. Good job by Ferris to move it top of the far circle for Carr. Carr into the far corner for Malashevsky. Malashevsky ridden right off the puck. Picked up by Watkins back behind. She sends it along the near boards. 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Good job for Avery
1
to
second.
let us know. Shoot. Backhand.
As Cardinals back to full strength. As Lindahl with a shot and a good blocker save out there by Lennon into the near corner. Malashevsky trying to pull that away. Now Lindahl in along the near boards. That pulled back is trying to fire it down the boards as Watkins gathered up and fired right back in by Ferris. Well, we seem to get a number of shots on that power play, a little bit better than we had on the power play yesterday. Bobby goes back behind the goal into the near corner. Collins trying to sweep it around. Watkins back behind her own goal. Now underneath the far circle. Watkins feeds it ahead. McCarthy has it over her own blue line coming down the far boards. McCarthy into the Michigan zone. That deflected into the near corner. Izzy German looking to get it before Shore can. Now Shore has it outside the near circle. McCarthy, fires it right back.
You got to be careful of every shot like that tip.
Just went a little wide, picked up by Coops. Coops fires it all the way across the slot. Is Hung trying to get it out of the zone. Held in at the near point by Hubbard. Hubbard in along the near boards. Fouché trying to get to it out into the neutral zone. Hubbard fires it right back in. Katie German chases it back behind the goal. She'll pick it up underneath the near circle. Pressure coming from Fouché. That slips past Skyler. Here comes Swanson.
Got numbers,
Swanson
got numbers.
over to Katie German. Katie German on the near circle. She'll take
There,
a shot.
oh, there it is.
Rebound.
Right there it is.
Still loose.
Oh,
Trying to get it in and it wouldn't go. Oh my, it was sitting there on the far side of the crease.
Kelsey's going to be...
Oh, they just couldn't get a stick on it. Three
Yeah,
amazing opportunities on that one.
Stick toe tied up.
Trying to get it. Swanson coming ahead with it. Swanson now into the zone.
Ooh.
Just almost offside. Katie German fires it off the side of the net. Gathered up back there by Hubbard. Hubbard. Then pulled away. Firing it out in front. And Katie German again just went to the net. That's happened a couple times. They're trying to set it up on the circle. Picked up by Gustafson back behind. Now
Are
moves
we out
down
of luck
the near
seeing the
boards.
replay on that open net in front?
We'll see if our wonderful director got that. Pulled down the near boards. Fired. Tipped there by Benoit. Benoit stick handles around her own player. That was Collins. Benoit in the far corner trying to fire it out for Collins. That pulled away.
No.
Picked up. Kaczmarek with a shot and a good save by
good save.
Schiff. As
First save of the game.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're the man. Oh, look at
Katie
this.
German coming down on that near.
Tough,
and good
tough
shot.
angle, but perfect setup for a goal.
Oh,
I mean, that was
just
a
sitting
shot
right
to
there.
score.
They couldn't get a stick on it. That was
man.
brutal.
KG laid that right out there with that rebound.
That's good defense by Concordia, though. That's really good defense by Concordia.
Yeah, saved a goal.
As that puck along the far boards, trying to poke it out. Picked up as Shore sends it right back. Ferris has it back behind her own goal, coming underneath the near circle. Ferris over to Flazar. Flazar trying to get it. That comes down the far boards.
That was restraint by Swanson not to kick it in, too.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, because you got to have your eyes wide, and you're like, how can I get this in? But Can't send it in with the kicking motion. Is that puck back in the Michigan zone? Here comes Ferris down the far boards. Ferris over center ice. Ferris trying to get it in deep. That knocked away. Good job by Collins to put it down the near boards. Here comes Kaczmarek. Kaczmarek over center ice. Kaczmarek fires it deep. Right back behind the Michigan goal. Stopped there. Now picked up by Kolwich. And along the end boards. Dilla trying to get it out. Held in by Radziszewski. Sent right on that near circle. Back behind. Fed all the way around to Flazar. Outside the near circle. Flazar moves it as that just slips past Malashevsky's stick. Couldn't get quite on it. Ricocheted off the near board. Now trying to pick it up. Coming in. That fired in deep by Kolwich. And sent ahead down the near boards. Here comes McCarthy. McCarthy gains the zone. Trying to knock that away. Malashevsky. Malashevsky, good defense back there. She has it into the near corner. Trying to dig it out of there. Malashevsky trying to move it. That tipped back as Coops trying to dig it out of there. Comes back to the near point, but here comes Kaczmarek. Kaczmarek through the slot. Now onto the far circle. Kolwich trying to drive her wide. Kaczmarek back behind the Michigan goal. Comes underneath the near circle. Kaczmarek. Kolwich pins her against the board into the near corner. Malashevsky comes away with it. Malashevsky underneath the far circle. That fed ahead. Bobby with it. Bobby trying to feed it to Lindahl. Lindahl, two players in front of her, comes in. Lindahl on the far circle. Takes a shot. That comes off to the near side.
Those are rebounds. We've got to get somebody on.
McCarthy back the other direction. Here comes Cummings. Cummings down the far boards over to Lindahl. And loose back. Watkins picks it up in along the end board. Lindahl trying to provide heavy pressure back there. Watkins feeds it onto the far circle. Back to the blue line, held in by Izzy German. She'll send it right back behind the goals. Michigan gets an offensive line change there. Outside the near circle, sent back to the near point. Katie German with it. Wouldn't settle down for her. She went to take a shot. Kaczmarek going the other direction. Good job by Izzy to drive her wide. Now Concordia goes for a line change. Into the near corner. Here comes Katie German.
Got the look.
Katie German feeds it over. Now bringing it ahead. That knocked away from Hansen. Hansen moves it back to Izzy German. Izzy German tips it right back to Hansen. Hansen coming down with it. Boy, again, they are really good at gumming up that neutral zone, making it difficult.
Plugging it up pretty good.
Here comes Hansen in along the near boards. Nifty move into the slot. Knocked away. Flazar trying to get to it. Hansen picks it up, backhands it down the near boards. Into the near corner, trying to dig that away. Back to the near point. Katie German pinching.
Good pinch.
Katie German outside the near circle.
Tough shot here.
Wide as right across the crease.
That was a good play passing that off. She had no angle.
Here comes Steinmetz. Good job by Flazar to watch the other player coming down the near boards. Here comes Katie German the other direction. Katie German gains the zone. Top of the near circle. She takes a shot.
She fumbled it.
Good save there by Lennon. Looked like it might have found a 5-hole, but she quickly got to them. So that comes down. A couple really good shots from the near circle by KG.
Yeah, she's getting great shots. It's just a tough angle to score from. A good goalie.
And she had a player in front of her, so she couldn't deke to the right. So
they want to keep her outside.
Garbetti back to Gustafson, top of the near circle. Now outside the near circle. Sent back by Dilla. Again, she had her first goal in this game as a Wolverine. There into the slot.
Teed up.
Dilla trying to get to it. She got tied up. Puck back to the near point. That slips past Gustafson. Now moving over, trying to pull it away. Into the near corner is Kieran. She goes down to the ice. Swept right into the slot. Dilla into the far corner, trying to feed it right back around. Dodged it. Outside the near circle. Dodged it. Trying to get it back. Good job to knock it away out in front. Fantastic defense by Gustafson. Back, and that goes out. And it's sent all the way back. Kaczmarek with it at her own blue line. Over to Dodgson. Dodged it. And lifted down the near boards. Gustafson into the near corner. 10:41 left to go here in the second. Puck down, grabbed as Kaczmarek with it. Kaczmarek outside the near circle. Kaczmarek feeds it right across. Ooh, there was a Coop sitting right in the slot, waiting to get that one fired ahead. Racing, trying to get to it. Carr couldn't quite get to it. Back right into the neutral zone. Picked up and fired back deep by Gustafson. Michigan goes for a line change. 10:15 left to go here in the second.
Rip it.
And grabbed, fired right there. That goes just wide by Swanson. Picked up into the near corner. Gathered up. Kolwich with it there. Kolwich sends it right back behind the goal. Gordon trying to get to it.
Nice switch.
Hung has it. Hung trying to get to it. Her
Swanson
stick got
right there.
Tied up. Now Swanson back into the near corner.
Yep.
Hung trying to fire it. That all the way in along the far boards. Here comes Coops the other direction. Coops over center ice. Gordon trying to get back to knock
Nice
that
D.
away.
Nice D.
Good job by Ferris to gum up that far point.
Somebody got leveled on a non-check, just a collision there at the blue line.
Yeah,
Looks like everybody's all right.
which is good. You don't want to see any of these players end up down on the ice. 9:44 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Michigan with the lead. Malashevsky in to take the faceoff versus McCarthy. Kolwich outside of her far circle goes back behind her own goal. Kolwich trying to avoid pressure by Fouché, sends it down the near boards. Puck outside the near circle. Now Malashevsky moves it ahead. Here comes Bobby. Bobby gains his own. 3 players around her. She puts it into the near corner. As racing in on the forecheck. Malashevsky trying to get to it. Firing it out in front. And knocked down. Lindahl moves it over. Backhanded shot that just misses by Bobby. Oh, what a beautiful setup. And
she had the pipe.
still
Boy.
Malashevsky battling hard with a pair of Concordia players.
Emily is on fire. She deserves a goal here. Forecheck is tenacious.
It was McCarthy trying to get it out of the near corner. Still puck outside the near circle. Lindahl trying to get to it. They have moved ahead. It's a good job to pinch by Kolwich. Kolwich outside. She puts it into the near corner. Kolwich right back behind the goal. Now McCarthy has it. McCarthy's been out there for a while. She's back behind her own goal. McCarthy coming down the far boards.
Make
now
her pay
Cummings
when she
trying to
dekes at the
knock
last
it away.
person.
Fired back into the neutral zone. Here comes Ferris. Ferris at her own blue line. 8:36 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Michigan
Nice.
with the lead. Here comes Hansen. Top of the far circle. Hansen trying to work her way in. Hansen backhanded shot right off the side. Trying to sneak it in. And good job by Lennon to keep herself tight to that near far post. Back
Nice.
to the far point shot there. Covered up by Lennon.
I'd like it to be a little. I mean,
Couple
it's
more
11
goals for Michigan.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
11-1 in shots.
Yeah. And Lennon is again. You hope you get one past her. Maybe the dam would open, but she has stayed steady between the pipes.
Well, she's got to be gassed. I mean, that's 31 shots through half a game.
8:16 left to go here. Michigan up 1-0. That deflected in the slot outside the near circle. Back to the near point to Katie German. Katie German with
Their
the fire.
tip.
Trying to deflect it out in front was Lazar. She got a stick on it, but just couldn't deflect it away far enough to get it away from Lennon. Back over. Here comes Steinmetz. Steinmetz gets it into the neutral zone. All the way back, sent into neutral zone. Down the near boards by Katie German.
Give
Fired
and
the
go.
other direction
Nice give
by
and go.
Kaczmarek. Now Cummings over to Katie German. That tipped away. Hansen trying to get to it. Knocked away by Steinmetz. Hansen trying to pull it back.
Oh,
as
there it
it's
is.
Loose in the slot. Cummings trying to get to it, but couldn't get to it before it was knocked away. Held
Nice
in
play.
by
Nice
Katie
play.
German.
Send it back. You got wide
Now
open in
here
front.
comes Hansen. Overshot.
Oh!
Somehow a save as that was
How
a beautiful pass.
does she
to
make that
Cummings.
save?
Unbelievable. Here comes Katie German. That knocked away. That was a highlight reel save.
Oh my God.
Man, she had to flow left to right quickly. Puck back behind, trying to get to a Dilla. Dilla trying to knock it away before
for
Croft can. Croft has it, now trying to move it towards the slot, picked away by Izzy German. Izzy German all the way to Dilla, outside the near circle. Dilla trying to bring it ahead. 7:05 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Michigan with the lead.
I had that one on the board. Was that Cummings who had that robbed?
I
taken away
believe that
from?
was Cummings. The jersey was a little bunched on the back, but I'm pretty sure it was Cummings.
Unbelievable.
And that looked
Unbelievable.
like it should have gone in. Just
Oh,
Lennon with
what a
a
great
beautiful
save.
opportunity. Here we have an icing.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my God.
Oh.
Double stack in the old
Yeah.
the butterfly butterfly methodology. It's not really a double stack, but that was an all-out save. What a great save! And you know, I think that the depth is starting to show a little bit. I think that
There's
Concordia's
Carr with a shot that just went wide.
a little tired, but they're not quitting, and we can't get it by her.
Kieran with a shot that goes into the near corner. That puck coming all the way down the far boards. Here comes Steinmetz. Gets it deep. Picked up back behind by Gustafson. Underneath the far circle, trying to avoid pressure by Benoit. Kieran into the near corner. Kieran trying to feed it ahead. And puck loose. Tipped into the neutral zone. Spinning with it is Shore.
Oh, no.
Back behind the defense. Shore coming in. Shot. Good save by Schiff. As now that puck outside the far circle. Concordia still working with it. Dodgson top of the
We're
near
gonna
circle.
get a
There's a
penalty,
shot
too.
covered up. And a power play to Concordia.
Maya's going to get one, I think. It wasn't a bad penalty.
as I think they both got tangled up trying to go to the far side. As Zenzi.
The hook.
Kieran into the box.
Oh, I don't know if I did I tell you there was no concessions? Yeah.
Yeah, no concessions. Indeed.
That's right, the whole respect thing. Yeah.
By the way, we did get a message yesterday, but no text on the message. So if you do want to send us a message, you can through the website or email us at arborbroadcasting.com. Hard for me to see them during the game, but we do our best. And we always appreciate everyone watching. Kaczmarek trying to get to it. That sent down the far boards, right back into the neutral zone. Kaczmarek trying to avoid the linesman there. Over along the near boards, Concordia brings it in. Collins has it outside the near circle. Collins sends it back to Shore. Shore on the trying to fire it in. And
it's there.
Loose. Still loose.
Great
Unbelievable shift with a couple saves where that second one she couldn't see it. And there, Gordon ends up getting put head first into the boards.
We need to be a little less passive on this.
Collins has it top of the far circle.
Close.
Collins moves it outside the near circle to Dodson. Dodson, top of the near circle. Dodson through the high slot. That tipped as they have Collins sitting right out in front, trying to make it difficult on the Wolverines. Back to Dodson at the far point. Dodson with the shot. That knocked away. Hung fires it all the way down. Beautiful job by Ava. Picked up back behind. 1 minute left in the power play. 5:05 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Michigan. But Concordia really has a couple of good opportunities in this power play to make it a tie game. Ferris knocks it down the far boards. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl gathers it up. Lindahl racing ahead with it. Lindahl on the far circle. Lindahl stops. Oh, boy, if that wasn't a stick poke, a big poke check by Lennon, if she didn't do that, Lindahl might have gotten the far side of the goal. All the way back, Lindahl has it. Top of the near circle of her own zone. She's trying to ricochet it off the far boards over to Hansen. Now Lindahl gets it fired down the boards. 25 seconds left to go in the power play to Concordia. 4:29 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Michigan with the lead. Bringing it in outside the near circle. Steinmetz with the shot that went off of indeed blocked by one of the defenders. Now moved over to Watkins. Watkins high slot. Over to the near circle. Croft. Good block back there by Katie German. Now out in front. Covered up there. Oh, it was loose.
Behind her.
Katie German saves the goal there. Still loose trying to cover it up. As that was amazing as I thought Schiff had it. It came out. It was open here, and Katie German's going to slide over and just knock it away.
It's behind her.
Back. And Katie German saves the goal right there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. As I thought she had it, but it slipped right through. Whew. Both goalkeepers making some unbelievable saves as it has been, I think frenetic is the best word in front of the goal on both sides.
A lot of open line, open nets that aren't going in.
Here comes Hansen.
3 on 1.
3 on
1.
Hansen coming over, moves it. That's grabbed as Cummings just missed the top right-hand corner.
Goalie was going across, and it floated to the far post and missed.
As good job by Hansen into the far corner. Now that move back.
One-timer.
Got deflected. Cummings into the near corner. Cummings trying to move it back. Hansen trying to feed it out in front. That deflected back. Here comes Concordia. Is Concordia back, or Michigan back to full strength, obviously. That puck down the near boards. Coops trying to chip it in. Grab top of the near circle by Gustafson. Down the far boards.
3 on 1, we didn't
Lazar
even get a shot.
has it. The good passing and moving it over. But,
just going for that pipe. Katie's going to be talking to herself at this point. Those are open nets that just are not finding their way in.
Here comes backhanded. That got blocked. Lindahl tried to backhand from the high slot. Malashevsky moves it. Now that picked up, coming the other direction. Here comes Concordia. Good job to try and pull that away. Great hard work out there by Schaub. She ends up slowing things down in the neutral zone. Kolwich back behind her own goal. Over to Lindahl. Lindahl down the near boards. Lindahl trying to get back behind the defense. Lindahl onto the near circle, trying to backhand it across. That knocked away.
Let's go to the point.
Good defense back there by Collins. Battle for it in the near corner. Now Lindahl trying to fire it through. Now Malashevsky with the shot. That comes over to the near side. Is Schwab taking some abuse in front.
Oh!
That deflected out in front. Now Malashevsky outside the far circle. Malashevsky, top of the far circle. She takes a shot. There's the save. Out into the far corner. Schwab with it there. Now Coops trying to knock it away. Held in. Picked up by Malashevsky into the far corner. Outside the far circle. Malashevsky trying to battle a trio of players.
There we
That
go.
comes in.
Oh,
There's
what
a
a
shot.
save.
Loose and covered up. As again, racing, coming in, whipping that shot in was Dilla. She wanted her second goal of the game.
I can't say my shots on goal are dependable because these goals and open net shots and just misses are making me crazy, and I'm watching the game and not doing stats.
I just missed it. I was looking up. 2 minutes left to go. I got to look for that replay quicker. That's my bad.
My God.
As Mike is doing a fantastic job on the director. Poked away, trying to get it loose on that far circle. Here comes Carr. Back to the blue line, held in there. Izzy German moves it over. Back into the near corner. Now Carr trying to come back. That knocked away from her.
Pinch.
1 minute, 42 seconds left to go. Dilla puts it back into the far corner. Carr trying to
here
get
we
it
go.
back to Dilla. Right out in front. Skyler knocked it down. Puck wouldn't settle down. Racing back. Carr trying to poke that away. Steinmetz fires it all the way back deep.
We're going to get one here. High stick, a hook.
Hooking.
Sam?
It would have to be. I didn't see the hook, but it would have to be, right?
Yeah, she was working her pretty hard.
Yeah, Carr going into the box.
Appreciate the effort.
1 minute, 26 seconds left to go. If nothing is scored here or nothing else happens, it will be a 34-second power play to start off the third. Michigan would love to get a shorthanded goal here. They want to love to get more than just a one-goal lead. But Concordia doing a good job. Here comes Collins skating in, tipped away by Hung. Kaczmarek has it. Good job by Hung to come out and challenge Kaczmarek.
Dotson. That's great. Just let her mess with you the whole time and take herself
out in front. That loose covered up by Schiff. As that deflected out, as Dodson right out in front, able to get a stick on it.
She's spending more time messing with the defenseman than worrying about where the puck is. So taking
that
herself
moved
out of the
over,
play.
and Dodson trying to get that tip.
Good job. Good screen.
Face off in the near face-off circle. 1:04 left to go here. The puck into the near corner. Back as that slips out. I thought it slipped out. No, they'll say no, it didn't. Puck outside the near circle now. That's sent. Kaczmarek has it. High slot now over to Dodson. Top of the far circle. Dodson skates in. That knocked down in the slot. Shore with a shot. Saved by Schiff.
Nice save. Wow.
As Schiff has had to do some major work here as Concordia. A lot of shots in this later half of the second. It was 11-1 at one point in time. It is not any longer.
I just assumed they changed that power play because that one was in front was scary. They were a lot to handle.
47.6 seconds left to go in the period. 121 left to go in the power play. Watkins slips past her back into the neutral zone as Concordia will have to reset. Watkins feeds it ahead. Croft with it. Croft that tip now. Katie German fires it all the way down the ice. Watkins slows it up. She has it in her own slot. Watkins puts it down the far boards. Now Orkis all the way across, trying to get to Benoit. Knocked away by Katie German. In along the near boards, right in front of the scores box. 21 seconds left to go. Here comes Croft. Croft turning on it over center ice. Croft coming into the zone. That poked away right back into the neutral zone. 11 seconds left to go here in the period.
I'd like to say that's going to be it, but
Watkins bringing it right back in. 5 seconds left. That puck outside the near circle. Trying to fire it out in front. Deflected. That chipped right back. And that will do it for the second. 34 seconds left on the power play. But it is 1-0 Michigan with the lead going into the third. And
shots were 18, Michigan 10 for them, and that was on 2 power plays for them. So that's not bad. That's 38-16 for the game.
So Michigan again, really with the lead in the shots on goal. They have the lone goal of the game, but Concordia really battling, trying to come back as they have had their opportunities as well. So we are at the second intermission. We'll talk a little bit about what Michigan has to do in the third to get this win versus a very spirited and hard-playing Concordia team.
With a good goalie.
Oh, gosh. Lennon has both Schiff and Lennon have had some amazing saves,
Yeah.
as it has been just.
People are getting their money's worth, Mark.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As like I said, it has been absolutely frenetic in that crease. As there's been
Frenetic. That's a big word.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Absolutely. Don't ask me to spell it. So that's what spell check is for. Thank gosh I was born where I was. Anyway, let's step away, play a little bit of the Michigan Marching Band. We'll have your Michigan scoreboard report, and then we'll talk about what needs to happen and have your third period actions. You're watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to the Michigan Amphitheater. You know, so much of the music we hear today is this pre-programmed electronic disco. You never get a chance to hear master bluesmen practicing their craft. By the year 2006, the music now known as the blues will exist only in the classical record department of your local public library. And so, this afternoon, while we still can, let us welcome from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Gary Lewis and his blues band. Gary Lewis and his blues band.
live here at the second intermission at Yost Ice Arena, where it is Michigan 1 and Concordia nothing. Taking a look at the Michigan scoreboard report, looking at action yesterday around the university. Men's tennis in Knoxville, Tennessee beat Auburn by a score of 4-1. In women's tennis, they beat Yale 4-0. Non-scoring event for the Crossroads of America Invitational for men and women's track and field. In women's basketball, Michigan lost to Michigan State 88-56. Then it was... Taking a look in men's gymnastics, Michigan was first out of 3 versus Springfield and Army. In men's lacrosse, exhibition. Boy, that's already happening. No score reported in that one. And in men's hockey, it was a 4-4 shootout versus Wisconsin up in Madison. Michigan won the shootout, but that does not count towards the pairwise. So both teams get a point there. And then in... in gymnastics versus Washington, Michigan won that one 196 to 194. Taking a look at a little NCAA D1 women's hockey action as both teams come out. It was Union beating Rensselaer Polytechnic 3-2. Mercyhurst beat Robert Morris 6-0. Penn State shut out Lindenwood 4-0. It was a 3-2 win, Syracuse over RIT. It was Quinnipiac and Brown ending up in a scoreless shootout. It was Colgate beating Dartmouth 4-1. Cornell beating Harvard 6-1. Princeton on top of Yale 3-0. It was Clarkston 1 and St. Lawrence 0. In Hockey East, Boston College beat Providence by a score of 2-1. It was Boston University 3-0 over Holy Cross. Maine up 4-3 over New Hampshire. It was a 1-0 final Connecticut over Vermont. And Northeastern 4, Merrimack 1. As everyone getting ready to go here, 36 seconds left on the penalty to Carr. And what does Michigan have to do to try and win this third period, Coach?
Coach broken record here. Just got to stay, keep it simple. Shots on net. Nobody gets behind us. Kill this power play, and go from there. I mean,
stolen away. That fired back deep by Malashevsky. Good job to try and kill that off. 22 seconds left on the power play. Lindahl trying to make a difficult back behind for Dodgson.
They don't get any puck luck.
Indeed, Dodgson coming down the far board. She has, again, been on the ice for an extraordinary amount of time this game. She's through the slot, trying to keep it. Wow. And tipped away, but she got it back. Now she fires it off the side of the net into the far corner. Outside the far circle, Collins with it. Collins fires it right back. Now Dodson into the near corner with it. Fires it across. Good job to knock it away. Now Michigan back to full strength. Collins right through the crease. Here comes Swanson. Swanson gets it down the far board. Swanson still battling, has it pulled away, but she's able to get it into the zone before it's popped right back out. Lindahl has it now. Over to Izzy German at her own blue line. Izzy German trying to feed it down the far boards to Katie German. She chips it ahead. That's stolen away by Collins, who moves it back to Orkis in her own zone. Orkis chips it into the neutral zone. That grab trying to work her way in was Katie German, but knocked away by Collins. Now Hung sends it back to center, but Orkis has it there. Orkis banks it off the near board. 18:41 left to go here. Michigan 1, and Concordia steals the pass right at the blue line. Concordia nothing as we're in the third.
Okay, Watkins, we got to get this ice tilted the other way. We're going the wrong direction.
Indeed, as that's fired right back into the neutral zone, and coming up here comes Hung. Hung, 2 players in front of her now. She's surrounded by 4 Concordia players as that poked back, trying to get to it. The puck back to Ferris outside the far circle. Ferris trying to get around Coop. Now McCarthy on top of Ferris. Ferris pinned against the boards.
Good
Hung
angle.
Trying to get to it. Now here comes Kolwitz trying to pinch that back into the neutral zone. Gordon fires it across ice. Racing in with it. Here comes a shot from the far point by Ferris. Into the far corner. McCarthy trying to move it ahead. Tip back. Lindahl trying to pull it off of the far boards. Coop's in there trying to peel that away as well. Malashevsky gets it. Malashevsky trying to get into the slot. She backhands it. That deflected into the near corner. Now picked up by Bobby. Bobby trying to move it back behind. She has that knocked away. Puck outside the near circle. Again, Malashevsky working hard against pressure. That's fired by Bobby. Just went wide.
We're beating them to pucks. That's a good sign.
Absolutely, is the puck outside the near circle. 17:26. Here comes Malashevsky in. That shot went off of a skate there. As all the way slips across. Here comes Coops. Coops coming down the far boards. Coops
Got to get a change on our forwards.
over center ice. That fired back into the far corner. Pulled back by Katie German into the near corner. Katie German in her own zone, trying to feed it ahead. Oh, she slips right past everyone.
Wow.
Katie German
One-on-one.
racing ahead. Yeah, one-on-one. Katie German comes in, backhands it, and
nice
just
job.
a pad save as there's a penalty
Far
coming up.
post. It's going to be on KG or the goalie.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a
hook?
hooking call on Concordia
The
as they
defenseman.
touched it to get it
Let's look at the replay, Mark.
indeed. Katie German coming out as she comes in, and I think they're going to call that a hook on Ketchmarek. And yup, Ketchmarek goes into the box there. Try and get that angle better for you.
We'll take it.
Absolutely.
See
Michigan with the extra skater for the next 2 minutes.
See what magic we have here.
16:51 left to go here in the third. Michigan needing a win here. Ferris moves it back. Lindahl has it top of the far circle. Lindahl in along the end boards. Malashevsky with it there. Malashevsky underneath the near circle. Malashevsky outside the near circle. Over to Carr. Carr fires it out in front. Bobby trying to get a tip. Just couldn't get enough on it. Ferris high slot. Now over outside the near circle. Carr
There.
with it. Oh, that's another
Nice
tip by.
try.
Good job by Malashevsky to tip it. That's 2 tips, and they just couldn't quite get it going.
Well,
the
there
right
was
way.
a lot of fire on that pass for the tip.
Fired all the way down. That's cleared down the ice by Concordia. They get a change. Stopped by Schiff, picked up by Ferris. 1:21 left to go in the power play to the Wolverines. Cross ice pass. That gathered up by Carr. Carr trying to avoid pressure by Collins. Moves it back. Now down the near boards. Garbady with it. Garbady comes over own blue line. Garbady over center ice. Right above the blockades. Garbady. Top of the near circle coming in. Garbady into the near corner. Goes back behind the goal from the near side to the far side. Garbady sends it back. And Ferris, high slot. That shot kicked
Almost
away.
got the tip, too.
Cummings into the far corner.
Get
That's
there,
sent
get there, get there.
into the near corner. Schuyler with it there. Now trying to pull it away. Dodson trying to get it out. Katie German able to hold it in all the way across.
Oh.
As that's picked up as just a bad puck luck there.
Yeah, hit the skate. Otherwise, we were free to go.
Over along the far boards.
Watch it,
Gathered
it's
up by
Dodson.
Hansen. Hansen trying to avoid Dodson, who's
Ben Hansen's nemesis.
absolutely made it difficult on Lucy coming ahead with it. Here comes Katie German. Katie German skates in with the Katie German trying to get it over.
Shoot.
Here comes Garbady. Garbady knocked off the
down.
puck as that's tipped down and all the way back into the Michigan zone. Now
Freshman.
racing in. Kieran trying to get to it. Is Kieran. Good
Yes,
job
yeah,
beating
strength.
Croft to the puck.
Yep. Good,
Good.
strong play.
Garbady ahead. Now coming down. Hansen trying to weave through. That tip back away by Benoit. Back into the Michigan zone. 14:48 left to go here. 1-0 Michigan with the lead in the third. Schuyler outside of the near circle of her own zone. Hung trying to pull that away. And still pulling away. Here comes Gordon. Gordon with the shot. That got blocked out in front. So that puck in along the near boards. Just outside the near circle. Hung trying to get it into the near corner. Now Gordon trying to pull that away. Puck comes back to the near point. Katie German with it. Trying to get it to Hung. That tipped all the way back outside the far circle. Hubbard with it there. Knocked down. Loose. Now fired ahead. Steinmetz trying to get to a good job by Gordon to get a stick in the way. And there's a good defensive play by Michigan. Coming back the other direction. Kolwich got a stick on it. Now Gordon trying to bring it back into the zone. Benoit. Cross ice pass. Then lifted to Croft. Croft tips it. Now coming in. That knocked right into the bench. Little friendly fire there is Ferris trying to knock it down the ice, and it ends up trying to take a couple teammates' heads off.
Nerve-wracking.
Indeed. 13:58 left to go. Face off. Gordon in there. Trying to take the face off. That pulled away. Coming down the near boards. Backhanded. Trying to get it in deep with Shore. That puck into the near corner. Fired around by Kolwich now. Trying to move it ahead with Swanson. That tipped by Radzisuski. Into the near corner. Radzisuski coming back. Hung ends up down on the ice. Puck moved ahead, trying to get it over to Coops. Coops feeds it all the way down as racing back, trying to get to it is Ferris. That's going to be icing and head back into the Concordia end. 13:28 left to go here in the third. 1-0 Michigan with the lead.
A little sluggish. Michigan picks up the energy. I think they can surprise Concordia. They're not firing all cylinders right now.
I really would love for both Coach Ned and my's nerves for about a 3-goal Michigan run here.
Yeah, that'd be good. 1-0. Holy mackerel! Who would have guessed?
Malashevsky in to take the face-off. Schwab to her right. Schwab gets that. Schwab in along the near boards. Now trying
Rip
to pick
it
it
easy.
up.
We need one
Izzy
here.
German trying to fire it. That tipped back. Here comes Coops.
A little higher.
Trying to flip it over. Good job. Malashevsky banks it off of the far boards. Loose right at center. Trying to grab it. Schaub trying to get it away as that's fired in. Picked up by Izzy German. Now down the far boards. Katie German has it right in front of her own bench. Katie German ahead. Here comes Malashevsky.
Backing him in. Shoot.
Malashevsky. Shot. That goes
There.
just wide. And Schaub trying to get to it. And out off
muscled.
of the near circle. Held in. Good job skating in. Here comes Katie German. Katie German into the near corner. Katie German back behind the goal. Into the far corner now.
Right in front.
Malashevsky trying to fire it out. Trying to find Lindahl, and that just got to Coops instead.
Lindahl did a nice job at dropping back on D and wasn't going the other direction.
And more important to not allow them to get a goal than for us to try and make another opportunity. Schaub tips it. That's going to go all the way back, but that's going to be icing. And head back into the Michigan zone. 12:19 left to go here in the third.
Haven't had many of those today either.
We have not. Few more than yesterday, though. I literally think we had one yesterday. Yeah. It was a fast-paced game, fast-moving. Face-off is going to be to Schiff's right in the near face-off circle. Croft versus Malashevsky. And puck into the near corner, fired around by Izzy German. Now held in at the far point, knocked away by Lindahl. Lindahl trying to get it out. That over. Schaub coming ahead with it. Now knocked away back as Orcus has it in her own zone. Orcus firing it down the far boards. Watkins over. Here comes Benoit for Concordia. Benoit has that knocked away. Loose.
I'd like to
Schaub trying to get to it. Now pulled in.
Light one up here.
Orcus has it for Concordia into the Michigan zone. That fired right back behind. Into the far corner. Katie German brings it ahead for Michigan. Katie German over on blue line. Chips it down the far boards. Knocked back the other direction. Loose.
Smart play because she's trying to be good on D. Now it's 3-on-1.
Benoit moving over to Steinmetz. Shot. That goes just wide.
She had the pipe.
Now Carr trying to get it ahead over. Here comes Dilla.
2-on-1.
Working her way in. Dilla on the
Nice
near circle.
pass.
Over to Carr with the shot. And just a little high.
Oh, everything's upstairs.
Oh, it just sailed on her just a hair.
Just field goal attempt is good.
All the way back to the Michigan blue line. Knocked in along the near boards.
What a nice pass across.
Dilla has it. Firing it in.
Maybe that'll spark them.
Into the far corner. Garbady with it. Garbady trying to dig it out there. Watkins trying to pull it away. Now put into the far corner by Carr.
Look at time. Nice play.
Back. Ferris has it. Back over at the near point. Over to Kieran. Back to Ferris. Ferris sends it into the far corner.
Put it in the
Dilla
front.
trying to get it right back to
Who's in
Garbady.
front? Who's in
Garbady
front?
trying to move it over to Carr. That slips off of her stick, heading the other direction. Here comes Shore. Shore down the near board. Shore trying to cut in as she gets into the zone, but offside the call.
Use that blue line.
It's going to pull it out of the zone. It'll be a face-off in the far face-off circle with 10:40 left to go here in the third. 1-0 Michigan with the lead. Cummings in to take the face-off. That puck. Trying to pull it away there. Now Hansen has it back in along the far boards. Loose, stolen away, coming in.
Nice
Oh,
play.
beautiful play. Great job by Kolwich to tip that back into the neutral zone. Fired all the way into the near corner in the Michigan zone. Picked up there by Katie German. Katie German bringing it ahead over on blue line.
Yeah, she's making space.
Over center, Katie German weaving through traffic. Moves it over to Hansen as Hansen trying to fire it out in front. Loose. I think that was a no-look pass that just out of Hansen's reach. Picked up by Dodgson. Back on the far circle, Dodgson. Knocks it off the near board. Coming ahead with it. Here comes Ketchmarek.
Deep.
Kolwich trying to fire it back deep. Dodgson has it at her own blue line. Dodgson coming over center ice down the near boards. Dodgson in, knocked away by Hansen. Here comes Kolwich. Kolwich fires it through the neutral zone. Lazar couldn't quite get a stick on it. Ketchmarek couldn't either, though, as Hansen puts it into the far corner. 9:39 left to go here in the third. 1-0. Michigan with the lead.
Nobody behind us, please.
Collins has it back behind her own goal.
There we
Knocked
go.
away by Hansen. Hansen into the far corner. Hansen trying to feed it. Is trying to get it to Cummings. She's knocked off the puck as she goes through the slot. Here comes Coops the other direction. Coops coming down the near boards. Izzy German trying to knock her away. Izzy German, good stick
reach.
check back behind.
Open in front. Oh.
Trying to pull that away. Poked back to the far point. Held in there by Hubbard. Hubbard with a
No.
shot. Knocked down. Covered up by Schiff.
First shot of the period. A bouncer.
9:06 left to go. So they were able to hold that in and just right out in front. Good job not allowing a rebound because there was a couple Cardinals there waiting for it. Gordon versus McCarthy as that puck right back in along the end boards.
Good challenge.
Ferris has it. Ferris down the near boards now. Hung gets it back. Ferris whips it all the way across. That in along the far boards of the neutral zone. Sent right back deep into the Michigan end with 8:49 left to go here in the third. Puck outside the near circle of the Michigan zone. And trying to dig it out. Battle for it as Steinmetz has it into the near corner. Now Ferris sends it around. Izzy German trying to get it away from Benoit. Tipped right back. Swanson trying to pull that back away. Now Gordon trying to get it off of the end boards. Izzy German back there as well, digging, trying to pull that away into the near corner. Benoit with it. Benoit sends out the near circle. Steinmetz with the shot. That a glove save. All the way back, fired by Schuyler. Down the near boards. Here comes Hung. Hung trying to fire it ahead. Hung will race down with it. Icing waved off. Hung in along the near boards, trying to get away from Schuyler. Schuyler has it. That poked into the far corner. Swanson trying to pull it away. Now Gordon trying to get to it, trying to get it back. Swanson outside the far circle with the shot. That sticked away by Lennon. Back behind. Hubbard trying to move it ahead down the near board. Steinmetz, cross ice pass. Back to Steinmetz down the near board. Steinmetz.
Shoot.
Top of that near circle, knocked away. Katie German back behind her own goal. Steinmetz right on top of her. Here comes Hung down the near boards. Hung trying to get it to Katie German. She loses an edge. Croft has it, who backhands it deep into the Michigan zone. 7:27 left to go here in the third. 1-0 Michigan with the lead. Racing through the neutral zone. Hung trying to get to it, but Dodson, who else, has it at her own blue line. Dodson brings it up the ice. Malashevsky trying to knock it away. Grabbed by Kieran. Loose. Kieran gets it out into the neutral zone. Good hard work there. Causes an offsides. $7:09 left to go here in the third.
Much more reserved playing at neutral ice. Not as many shots this period.
That pulled away, coming down. Here comes Michigan down the near boards. Lindahl brings it in. Lindahl sends it in along the end boards. Hansen trying to get to it there. Hansen trying to tip it back. Loose, fired into the near corner. And lifted ahead, but held in now.
Nice hit.
Radzewski trying to pick it up and along the end boards. And sent around. Dodson has it outside the far circle. Backhands it into the neutral zone. Kolwich trying to tip it the other direction. Racing ahead with it. Kolwich got all tangled up. That's going to be a penalty coming to Michigan. Kolwich can't believe it. She has her arms up. She thought it was kind of contact on both sides, but it's going to be Kolwich into the box.
It was a good penalty in either way. Otherwise, a breakaway.
Concordia has a opportunity with the extra skater going 5-on-4.
If you had told me that through this weekend we would have had one goal.
Yeah. Here's hoping we'll get a lot more in the next 6 minutes, 35 seconds.
Yeah.
Back to the far point.
On a PK.
But Concordia has played very well this weekend. So again, they're a gutsy team. That puck onto the far circle. Shot there just goes wide. Katie German ricochets it off the far board, but held in. Moved over to Dodson at the near point. Dodson all the way across. Beautiful job by Katie German to challenge that shot. And she fires it all the way down.
Good for her. Get it the heck out of here.
1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in the power play for Concordia. 6:05 left to go here in the third. Dodson bringing it ahead. Dodson.
Oh, don't let her walk.
Comes over the blue line. Dodson racing down. Hung trying to get to it, trying to lift her stick. Dodson outside the near circle. Dodson skating in. That off of the post. Now coming ahead. Fired all the way down the ice. 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go on the Concordia power play. 5:44 left to go here in the third. Collins has it back behind the goal into the far corner.
Good kill.
Kaczmarek has it. Indeed, it has been so far.
Benami all over him.
Head in along the far boards now. Here comes Dodson. Dodson over on blue line. Dodson trying to feed it. That tipped away. Grabbed by Hung.
No, just
moving
get
it
rid
back
of it,
over.
guys.
Here comes
Don't
Gordon.
play around with it.
And trying to poke it
There,
back.
good.
That fired all the way down the ice. 39 seconds left to go here in the power play for Concordia. 5:12 left to go here in the third.
Being too nice with it. Just
Orcus coming in. Orcus outside the near circle trying to fire it over. Covered up by Schiff.
4 shots. Ay, 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 ay.
5:04 left to go here in the third. 26 seconds left on the power play for Concordia. Face off. Looks like Croft is going to take the face off. As Malashevsky on the other side. That loose. Malashevsky trying to get to it as that comes onto the far circle. Hard work out there in front by the Wolverines defense. That tipped all the way back into the neutral zone. Watkins has it for Concordia at her own blue line. Watkins feeds it down the far boards. That puck top of the far circle. Shot there. Just goes wide in along the near boards. Trying to feed ahead is Hubbard into the near corner. Benoit outside the near circle. Benoit, top of that near circle now, moving over, coming in. Watkins, good job to tip it away by Ferris into the far corner, working against Croft. All the way back to the near point, racing ahead with it. Here comes Hansen. Hansen trying to work against three Concordia players. Hansen onto the far circle. Hansen trying to skate her way in as that goes off the side of the net, back over in along the far boards, trying to lift it ahead back into the neutral zone. Izzy German with it there. Michigan back to full strength. Puck all the way over to Hansen down the near boards, but picked up. Coming the other direction is Orcus. Orcus outside the near circle. Katie German back behind her own goal, trying to avoid pressure by Fouché.
Gotta have that.
Just out of the reach of Lindahl. Stopped by Schiff. Puck back behind Fouché, trying to fire it out in front. That deflected, now moved. Still loose on the blue line. Good job by Hansen to get it out of there. Now Lindahl trying to tip it ahead. Orcus trying to pull it in. And Croft brings it into the zone. Puck down the far boards. Katie German trying to lift it ahead. Coops knocks it down. Coops back into her own zone. 3:37 left to go. Battle for it back. Malashevsky trying to pull it away. Now ahead. Izzy German grabs it at center ice. Izzy German now Hansen down the near boards and intercepted. Fired right back in by Croft, but knocked down by Hansen. And down the near boards. Coops trying to fire it ahead. And Fouché had it, knocked away by Cummings. Cummings heading over. Cummings into the zone. Cummings in along the end.
Wow.
Far boards. Grab Katie German. Feeds
Mauled.
it. Indeed, into the far corner.
Now front.
Lots of good physical play out there as Carr has it on the near circle. Carr shot there. That
nice
got
block.
blocked. As that was Orcus who got the block there. Coming ahead. Here comes Concordia. 2:52 left to go. Save there, puck into the near corner.
They're out shooting us.
Now bringing it ahead, down the near boards. Kolwich
Make sure
has
somebody
had
drops back for her. We don't need anything behind us.
outside the near circle puck. Still trying to pull it away now. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Dodgson. Dodgson coming in. Good job. Ooh, that caught a post and a bit of the stick by Schiff. Now coming in. There's another shot loose out in front as that comes all the way back over as Collins trying to get her third goal of this weekend. All the way back. Michigan gets it into the neutral zone. 2:16 left to go here. As that puck pulled away. Cummings now ricochets it back into the Cardinal zone.
Normally you'd say you're playing for your goalie at this point, but we're still playing for our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. As Ferris has it back behind, going from the near side to the far side.
Be sure, be sure, be sure.
Collins providing pressure. That knocked off of the near boards, gathered up at the blue line. Here comes Hubbard the other direction. That's sent right back behind the goal. Ferris trying to get to it. Now Bobby has it outside the far circle,
chip.
chipping it ahead. Here comes Garbady.
Another chip.
Garbady moves it over. Dilla coming down the far boards.
Three.
Dilla coming in. Dilla. Now drop pass back. Garbady trying to get
There
a
it
shot.
is.
That off the side of the goal, and net came off of its moorings.
Should be in their zone. I don't think we did it.
I think Bobby ended up hitting it, but I think she was pushed into it. But the official had a better view of it, and I think they're going to pull it out. Are they? No. Looks like they're going to keep it in. So,
They're talking about it.
yeah.
Oh, maybe somebody called timeout.
Looks like there is a timeout call. Either team could have done it. I'm assuming it's Concordia, but both teams could use a bit of a breather right now to make sure that they're set up for this last minute 39 seconds left. So at this point, are you telling your team if you're a Michigan coach to focus on the defense? And
Absolutely. Nobody behind you.
Just try and get it deep.
Yeah, to make them bring it the distance. No shots. Just no puck luck. Just no, not necessary to rush the puck. Just fill the lanes, neutral zone, forecheck, commitment on the forecheck. Can't overcommit. No defenseman rushing the puck. Just dump it deep.
It's been a solid defensive game. The Kolwich, Izzy and Katie German, Ferris. It's been a lot of great work. I don't want to miss any of the defenders, but they've all done a really good job. That puck outside the near circle, trying to come in with it. Loose. Now Hansen Lindahl trying to get it. That underneath the near circle. Trying to feed it ahead. Coops has it. Coops trying to get it intercepted. Good job to bring it in there. Malashevsky now bringing it the other direction. Concordia has 3-on-2. Dodgson on that near circle. Dodgson with a shot and a glove save by Schiff.
Missed that.
Oh, boy. Dodgson has had some wicked shots from that near circle. 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go. The face-off is in the Michigan zone to Schiff's right. Malashevsky in to take the face-off. Collins on the other side. Dodgson at the near point. Moves it over to the far point by Kaczmarek. That loose now. Coming in, Kieran. Fires it around. Collins has it outside the far circle. Trying to fire it out in front. Shore trying to get to it. Great job to knock it away. Katie German again. Making a beautiful move. Here comes Hansen. Hansen gains his own. 54 seconds left to go. Hansen into the near corner. Hansen takes it back. She's just skating with it. Back to Katie German at the far point. Katie German back to Hansen. Hansen trying to tip it into the far corner. 43 seconds left to go. Michigan try and gum it up out along the far boards. Now over. Izzy German has it. Izzy German. And deflected out in front into the near corner. 34 seconds left to go. As Steinmetz has it down the near boards, trying to get it away. Michigan will have to reset, but fired right back in. 26 seconds left to go. Kaczmarek trying to get to it into the far corner. Malashevsky trying to pull it away. Kaczmarek goes from the far side to the near side. 18 seconds left to go. Kaczmarek down the near boards. Kaczmarek trying to get it ahead. And it slips past the Michigan defense. Knocked back. Kaczmarek trying to bring it in. Ooh, barely avoid. Nope, didn't avoid the offsides. 8.4 seconds left to go.
Outside draw, right?
Yep, face-off in the near face-off circle outside of the Michigan zone. If you wonder why I have such gray hair, these one-goal games are going to do it. Face-off brought back. Ferris has it. 3 seconds left to go. All the way down 1 second. And Michigan with the comeback win, 1-0 in a hard-fought defensive game between these two squads.
We came back from 0-0, or you mean from yesterday?
From yesterday. A big bounce back
Wise
from
guy.
yesterday's win. Hey, I'll take whatever I deserve a little, absolutely. Well,
all right, I got to run.
The final shots on goal, 43 for Michigan, 24 for Concordia.
Yep.
Coach has a first puck
Two first
to give.
pucks.
Two first pucks.
A shutout puck and a first goal puck.
So, shutout. I wasn't even thinking about that because we were just trying to survive. But
and I have to do those at the last second because I can't jinx them, you know.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So, fantastic
Thank you.
job by
Go
Schiff
Blue.
to get the shutout. Thank you for Coach Ned. And we wish him the best. Have a wonderful time singing the victors. We will be back with Michigan women's hockey next weekend as we hope to broadcast from a audio only from Arrington Ice Arena that Saturday, but we will definitely have the game Sunday back here at Yost Ice Arena. That is going to be a 4:05 game versus Adrian on February 2nd. For our camera person, James Wiseman, Mike Butler, our director, Ned Glisson, our color commentary, and my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you to everyone, whichever team you root for. Thank you so much for supporting these amazing athletes, this fantastic sport. We're very, very grateful. You see again that Adrian home and home coming away, and then out to Niagara after that. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the football game, and take care.